power to be, it's only good for the power to be.
Here we have John Kerry reveals Biden's devotion to radical Great Reset movement. Posted by The Hill. John Kerry reveals Biden's devotion to radical Great Reset movement. In June, elites at important international institutions such as the World Economic Forum and the United Nations launched a far-reaching campaign to reset the global economy. As World Economic Forum, WEF, head Klaus Schwab wrote back in June, the world must act jointly and swiftly to revamp all aspects of our societies and economies, from education to social contracts and working conditions. Every country, from the United States to China, must participate, and every industry, from oil and gas to tech, must be transformed. In short, we need a great reset of capitalism. Internationally, the Great Reset has already been backed by influential leaders, activists, academics and institutions. In addition to the World Economic Forum and United Nations, the Great Reset movement counts among its the International Monetary Fund, heads of state, Greenpeace and CEOs and presidents of large corporations and financial institutions such as Microsoft and MasterCard. But in America, most policymakers, including President-elect Joe Biden, have been relatively quiet about the Great Reset, leaving many to speculate what a Biden administration would do to support or oppose this radical plan. Former Secretary of State John Kerry, Biden's would-be special presidential envoy for climate, firmly declared that the Biden administration will support the Great Reset and that the Great Reset will happen with greater speed and with greater intensity than a lot of people might imagine. And yes, the Great Reset, will happen, Kerry continued. And I think it will happen with greater speed and with greater intensity than a lot of people might imagine. In effect, the citizens of the United States have just done a Great Reset. We've done a Great Reset. And it was a record level of voting. Kerry later argued that the Great Reset is necessary to slow the climate crisis and that I know Joe Biden believes. It's not enough just to rejoin Paris, the Paris Climate Accords, for the United States. It's not enough for us to just do the minimum of what Paris requires. Kerry also said that because of the Great Reset movement, he believes we're at the dawn of an extremely exciting time and that the greatest opportunity we have to address social and economic problems is dealing with the climate crisis.
So, that's pretty much that. So, with all this being said, everybody's like, we gotta go do it, but I'm saying, like, look, we know that helping people is the right idea. Wanting these things is the right idea, but there's consequences to it. Major consequences in the long run for individual people. They don't care. They really don't care. They're just like, no, we gotta make sure we help people. I'm like, I get it, but there's ways to go about it. And here's the thing. Gotta start teaching people how to help themselves. If you can't help yourself, then what's the point? And most people are at a point where they can't help themselves because they've been conditioned, they've been beaten down, they've been forced to do certain things. And I don't think it's impossible, but those people think it's impossible. But it's not. There's hope. There's ways to do it. My next thing that I'm going to end up showing here is something that is going to help with that. If you think you might have a way to explain the value of money, the value of what the economic system should be like, and including what's coming forward in the fourth industrial revolution of automation and robots and what's going to happen. My next guest